Hey, what's up, y'all? And week 12 of the 2021 college football season is in the books. So now I'm going to do a recap of this past week's weekend of college football. You give some of my thoughts and opinions, and that sort of thing. Okay. Yeah. So we'll start with my mom. Dogs by 50, get Dogs by 49, and Buckeyes by 49. Let's see. Yep. So we did beat Charleston Southern 56-7. But the bad thing is Ohio State beat Michigan State by 49 as well. Yes, they beat them 56-7. Yes, they just made Michigan State look like an FCS team. And I couldn't believe what I was watching. Of course, I didn't really watch the game that much. Because the Georgia game was on at the same time. So, anyway, and it was like 49-0 at halftime, just like Georgia and Charleston Southern. So, yep, so Michigan State, season over. So, and then Ohio State, yes, just looks scary good. Yeah, and I think they should jump up to number 2 in the college football playoff ranking, which is coming out tonight. So, but anyway, and then Florida, lost to Mizzou. Mizzou! That's right. And then, of course, Eli Drinkwitz, trolled Dan Mullen. You guys remember how last year he had incited a brawl, and then he wore a Darth Vader costume in the press conference after the game. So this time, Eli Drinkwitz, he had a toy lightsaber. And he was wearing his hoodie, so he put his hood up, and then he waved his lightsaber around, and he said, "May the Force be with you." At the end of his press conference. So anyway, so it was 24-22. In overtime, Mizzou went for two to win the game, and they got it. So it was 24-23. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, yes, and Dan Mullen has been fired. So now Florida is going to be looking for a new head coach, and guess who? A certain Florida fan wants to run his football program. Yes, none other than Charlie Strong. Now, if you don't know who that is, he was a failed coach at Texas, and then most recently a failed head coach at South Florida. So, you just ran those two programs into the ground. I think at Texas, he never had a winning record. I think it was 6-7 his first year, and then 5-7 his other 2 years. Got fired after 2016 season. I think for a couple of years, so 2017 to 2019. Right after Willie Taggart left USF to go to Oregon. but anyway, so I get so anyway, and then like the before he got there, yeah, the few years before he got there, I mean USF was a really good group of five team. They were winning 10, 11 games a year. I think they were like 11-2 with a bowl win in 2016. So, but anyway, and then I think so first year 2017 he did. I guess they were okay. They were like 7-5 or something, 8-4 or something like that. And then it was just all downhill from there. I think they were only like a 2 or 3 win team in 2019, which was his last year. And then I think last year they won 1 game. So, and then I think they're like a 3-win team this year. So, and then of course we know what's going on with Texas. Of course they had Tom Herman, and then then they had 1 good year, where they beat Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. But other than that, he's been 7 or 8 wins. Of course, they showed Herman the door after the 2020 season, and then they hired Stark, and Steve Sarkisian, and now they're about to go 4-8. So, I know that this particular Florida fan points out that Charlie Strong was a defensive coordinator at Florida under Urban Meyer. But do you remember what happened last time? Florida hired a former coordinator, and it worked out for Dan Mullen. It worked out for his first 3 years. They were winning 10 plus games. Of course, they won the East last year. So, and then this year they have just completely tanked. Yeah, now they're 5-7. Which started out really good. Where they only lost to Alabama by 2 points. And then so now they've lost what, like they've lost what, like four the last 5, or I think like 5 of their last 6, something like that. So they've just given up. So, and yes, I would fully support Florida hiring Charlie Strong, though, because that would mean that we wouldn't be hearing from Florida for a while. So, but anyway, yep. And then Alabama, the Gumps with another struggle win, against Arkansas, the Razorbacks, 42-35, only won by 7 points. And the game came down to an onside kick. Meanwhile, we beat Arkansas 37 to nothing. So 37 is greater than 7. So poverty. And we'll see y'all in Atlanta in 11 days. So okay, y'all. 12 days. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, and then what else can I say? West Virginia. Beat Texas. Texas lost again. no surprise. What is this now? A 6-game losing streak. Anyway, so now West Virginia is 1 game away from a bowl. Just got to get past Kansas, who also beat Texas. So let's see. Oklahoma State, yep, a shutout over Texas Tech. Yep, 23-3. Yep, they'll play Oklahoma this week, and honestly, Oklahoma has looked a lot better than Oklahoma State. I mean, for Oklahoma, yes, they beat Iowa State 28-21. So, yeah, they beat the same team that beat Oklahoma State. So, but it does seem like Texas is barely scraping by, though, and they lost to Baylor. So, Oklahoma State beat Baylor. So we'll see what happens. And then Oregon, yep, just got absolutely demolished, yes, by Utah, 38-7. Yes, Oregon and the entire Pac-12, your season is over. Yep, no playoffs. But I mean, Oregon could still win. The Pac-12, though, they'll probably, they will get a rematch with Utah. But anyway, yes, Oregon got exposed. So goodbye Pac-12. Yeah, goodbye left coast Marxists. What can I say? Oh yeah, my mom. Michigan beat the crap out of Maryland, 59-18. So that'll set up for a great game in Ann Arbor this week. I think that's where College Game Day is going to be. So. Anything else happened? Oh yeah, another moral victory. For Nebraska. They only lost to Wisconsin by 7. Yep, 35-28. So. But anyway, so Wisconsin does play Minnesota this week. Yep, they win that, and they'll be in the Big 12 title game to play the winner of Ohio State and Michigan. So, or if Iowa beats Nebraska and Wisconsin loses to Minnesota, then Iowa would play the winner of Ohio State, Michigan. So, did anything else happen? Oh yeah, let's see. Clemson. Yep, they destroyed Wake Forest. What was it, 48-27? So so goodbye, Wake Forest. Yeah. There goes whatever little playoff chance they still had is now gone. But they only have but that was their only conference loss. The loss to North Carolina. That was actually a non-conference game. So I mean, they are still in the lead. I mean, all they have to do is beat Boston College, and they're in. So, and then if not, it could be Clemson or NC State. I think that NC State would also have to lose for Clemson to get in. So, of course, Pitt, has already punched their ticket by beating Virginia, 48-38, I think it was. So anyway, anything else happen? Let's see. Yeah. So that's about it. I think that's all the highlights. So but anyway, so yes, and also as another bonus, I'm going to give you a little playoff prediction. See, so obviously I got number 1, Georgia. Yes, I think that they will beat Alabama in the SEC championship, and Alabama will be out with their second loss. And then I think it will be Ohio State at number 2 with just the one loss to Oregon. And then number 3, I would have Cincinnati, undefeated AAC champs. And then in the 4th spot, I think that one's going to be the most controversial, but yes, at the number 4, I'm going to have Notre Dame. With the way things are set up, I feel like Notre Dame is the most positioned to get in if all the other teams in front of them lose. Yes, according to where the committee rankings stand right now. So, but of course that could change if they decide to put Oklahoma State ahead of Notre Dame. But which is not likely. So I would have Notre Dame getting in that number 4 spot with their only loss to Cincinnati. So, but anyway, so yes, and also I will give a prediction for what I think is going to be the I'll give you a top 7 for the playoff rankings. So at number 1, I would have Georgia. Number 2, Ohio State. Number 3, Alabama. Number 4, Cincinnati. Number 5 would be Michigan. Number 6, Notre Dame. And number 7, Oklahoma State. So, but anyway, so let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you've made it this far, and thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all again next time.